Hello fam, I hope you all are doing good. Let's talk about this very interesting topic. We've touched on this topic severally on this channel, and it's because men are always talking about it. I'm talking about age shaming women, saying that once we hit a certain age, our relevance declines. Also, we have other topics to discuss in this video. Topic on men choosing younger women. Let's get started.
Let's all read this together. As you get older, your options are going. Good luck competing with the 18-year-olds. As a 35-year-old woman, when men come into my comment section saying things like this, because it happens a lot, I am a 35-year-old woman. And to my surprise, I have found out that this is the most untrue thing to ever come across the screen. It is propaganda that men try to pour onto women, because unbeknownst to me, as a 35-year-old woman, my options have not diminished. They have actually doubled. Not only am I at the age that I can date you, I can also date your father. Crazy. I know. 35 and I still look this good. I know. I always thought that whenever I was going to be 35, that I was going to look like an old little decrepit baby. Turns out I don't. Turns out I'm even hotter now than I was in my 20s. And my options have actually not gotten smaller. They have doubled. Because not only can I date within my own age bracket, I can date younger. I can also date older. So, yeah, the 30 range, 20-year-olds, love me. Love, but also do the older rich men. Yeah, they do actually. I know. When you're a woman that takes care of herself, it sounds crazy, but it's not something that women should listen to whenever men spew it.
Many men in their 30s and 40s are not where they thought they would be in their lives. You know, men are being told that the older they get, the more valuable they become. They equate their value to the amount of money they have and the assets they've been able to acquire over time. So when they get to that age and they realize that they don't have all that they thought they would have, or they are not where they thought they would be, frustration kicks in. Many frustrated people can easily become envious, jealous, and they have this crap in the bucket mentality because they're not progressing. They don't want the next person to progress. So a man that is in his 30s and 40s that is not progressing and sees a woman of the same age range progressing, he gets angry. This is what is common there. Such men, they get angry. They start tagging those women, labeling them, saying they're sluts. Oh, who gave them the money? They are sleeping with men. They don't have any value. They're going to expire. They're saying that because themselves, they're angry. They're just projecting their frustration onto those women. And it gets worse when women in their age bracket refuse to date them.
Actually, whenever men get in their 30s, their stock actually diminishes. You know what I'm saying? Like, their options for dating actually get dwindled down, right? Because they are getting too old. They're balding. They're giving women the ick from partying too much. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't take care of themselves. They can't even get it up. Like, things like that. Men, their options dwindle. So they want women in that same age bracket to think that their options are going to dwindle. But for women that take care of themselves, that have like an inkling of a brain, realize that my options have actually not dwindled like yours will. They're actually going to double. Ladies, take care of yourself. Stop listening to this dumbass shit.
Let's read some comments. No woman is competing with 18 years old. The real question is, why are older men still looking at 18 years old? It's not really about what the man is searching for. If a man is interested in starting a family, he probably won't be searching for 35 years old. But men who aren't interested in that, it won't be a problem. Luckily for us, as we get older, we actually lose interest in most of them. That's honestly the biggest issue. That's true.
She's grown, and I'm grown, right? So how is it any of your business? It's women like you. It's the older, baggage-filled women like you that's always worried about a successful man and what he does.
Oh my God.
You're worried about a successful man because we don't want you.
Keep it rolling.
We don't want you.
Keep it rolling.
Right? You washed up.
Oh
You got
my
too
God.
much baggage. Okay, you got your education and all that, but that's not enough.
So
That's not enough.
so what is it
Successful
that you
men
want?
don't deal with women like you.
Oh my God. So
We
what
deal
is
with
it?
young women that
What
aren't
is
tainted,
it?
young women that aren't tainted, and all the aunties are trying to give them advice, but they single.
Oh.
Are you a
It's
single
okay.
auntie?
I'm not a single auntie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
tried
All
the
right.
next one,
Okay.
but guess what? I'm about to be even more paid once this video get out.
Look,
yeah.
let's go.
I thought we was
Let's go.
negotiating.
Look, okay. It's about money?
It's about the money.
Okay, so put the camera all the way
Okay,
away.
the camera's
and,
away.
and we'll handle that, okay?
According to him, the older you get, the more washed out you become. So men are immune to what he's saying. He doesn't think he's washed out, or because he thinks women in his age bracket are washed out, that makes it okay for him to go for younger women. So you want younger women that are not tainted, but you that is going for them, are you tainted? Are you as pure as you want them to be? Men and their double standards. All they know how to talk is project negativity onto women. It's all about patriarchy. It's all about using women. It's all about conquering women, as many women as possible. The next video coming up is about a man talking about women's VJJ. I don't know how he arrived at that, but let's hear what he has to say.
The vagina starts to mature between 29 for early bloomers and 35 for late bloomers.
Really?
Yes, and that's why you find
Mature.
women mature in regards to the structure of it and the texture and how it feels. And that's why you find women who are in their 40s will always have tastier vaginas than women in their 20s.
Tastier.
Tastier. And
Tastier.
the people who can confirm this are the younger guys who are going for the older women who are apparently called cougars. These are facts. These are just facts.
They've just realized that that's where the gold is.
Yes, but now the problem is the men who are supposed to be viewing this older, mature woman as that seductive woman who has endless passion and taste, they have a different perception. They called her my wife, mother of my children. And you know what happens to a lot of African men when they go down that road? You start looking at her different. She's no longer your sex kitten or your playmate. She's now your respectable woman in the house. She's the house manager, and you go out to look for money. She's also looking for money as well, because women also do their thing. But now your perception of her changes over time. When other men are still looking...
Talk a little bit more about that.
As other men are looking at her like, God damn, that woman is sexy. It doesn't matter whether she has 3 kids, 6 kids, but for you, because she has 3 kids, the sexiness in her has left. You don't find her unattractive. You just don't find her sexually attractive. You love this woman. She's your pal. You actually hug when you go to sleep. You wake up, you kiss her forehead, whatever you do. But the sex has minused because your perception of her has changed. And that will not change in our sitting rooms unless we change our old-fashioned traditions. It's very unfortunate, but today I meet girls who are 25. She was married when she was 21. If you ask her husband, that 25-year-old, she's been categorized like the auntie and the mother. She's in that category. Yet that guy is 32.
And yet she has not matured, like you said.
Exactly. But other men are looking at her like she's still 21. Even a woman who's 38 who has kids. Other men are looking at her, you are flavored pussy. I want you. But the husband's going like, no. That's my wife. Respectable woman.
I was catching up with a friend yesterday who I haven't seen in a while, and there's a big age gap between us. I'm 44 years old and perimenopausal. And she asked me if I'm dating anyone. And I was like, ew, no. And then she said, what if you met somebody who you vibe with and you felt sparks? Would you say no to a date? And I was just like, yeah, absolutely. And I've been trying to process this gut disgust that I felt when she asked me this question, because I'm just like, what is, like, not that dating has ever been a priority in my life, and that's something that I feel like a lot of women don't understand. It just never was. But you know, summertime, it's nice outside, you want to like spend time with somebody. But now that I'm 44 years old, I'm just like, that sounds awful. Like, having a man in my life just seems awful. I just want to enjoy my summer.
Do women really lose value as we age, or do we gain more value? The idea that women lose value as we age is obviously outdated. It comes from bitter men. Many women over 40s are seeing more attention. The quality of option often improves with age and confidence. As for the men that said women are competing with younger women in their 20s, women that are 18 years, 19 years, 20 years, those men are sick in the head. We all know that men love to control, and the reason why they go for younger women is because they know that those women are not aware of their games, of the kind of thing men do to women, of their personality, of who men truly are. So those women are naive and are easily to be controlled by those men. A woman in her 40s, 50s, 70s may not fit into the outdated beauty standard, but she often radiates something more magical. She radiates self-possession. Desire does not expire.
Call me crazy, but calling a woman 4 times in a span of 3 hours is crazy work when she just gave you her phone number yesterday. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? I fear the men are going to have their panties in a bunch once again, because these men are crazy out here. I exchanged numbers with this man yesterday. We had one FaceTime conversation. Okay? That was yesterday. He wanted to meet me out for drinks. Okay, cool. I told him where I was going to be at. He told me he was going to get dressed, meet me there. He never came. So I said, cool. No sweat off my back. We just exchanged numbers. Then proceeds to call my phone at 6:51 in the morning today. Twice. Why would you be calling somebody at 6:51? Called me twice, 6:51. Next call came in 9:14. I was in class. I just came from working out. So when 6:51, I was asleep. 9:18, whatever, I was in class. He then proceeded to call me back at 9:38. Why? Then the text message, sorry, let me make it up to you.
This is what a woman in her 50s looks like. Take it in. This is me. Apparently it's trending on TikTok to show yourself at 50. So here we are. I think the better question is, what does it feel like to be in your 50s? Feel like, not look like. I have never felt more confident than I do now. And for me, confidence has nothing to do with looks. Confidence has to do with your self-acceptance. So how much you embrace all the versions of yourself, because I have versions of me that are cringy, dumpy, dorky, weird, but I love them all. I think the other thing that makes me more confident at this age is my experience. Just knowing that I've had so many experiences that help me make better decisions, that help me trust myself more. It's a really solid place to land. And the last thing that I think really plays into my confidence is my resilience. Once you've been through it, and at this age, we have been through it. We've been through the darkest times. We've been through heartache. We've been through all kinds of trauma. We have wounds that we're still healing and working on, but we know above everything else that we can make it through. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You know that you're strong. You know that you're resilient. You're a badass bitch. You're about to get through it. And that's it. You just do it. You know that you're going to keep on going despite anything that comes your way. So I think just that, I got like really aggressive there. Sorry. So share in the comments what makes you confident. How do you feel in your 50s or at 50 years old? Have you experienced the same shift that I have?
Unpopular opinion, women actually become more attractive as they age. And contrary to what you hear on social media, if you're a woman in your mid-30s to 40s or 50s, I bet you're actually more desirable as a relationship partner than you ever were in your 20s. And here's the reason why. As women age, you grow in your self-confidence, you grow in your self-awareness, you become more dynamic and become more of an asset to any man you're in a relationship with. You're more sure of yourself and who you are, and you're less needy. You're not looking for the external validation that your younger self needed in order to make decisions. You're also more accomplished in your own right. You have your own money, and you are not looking for a man to come in and save you. You genuinely want to be with him so that you can build a partnership. But because you are believing the misogynistic idea that only young women are attractive, you're moving through life with that as your belief system when it comes to choosing partners. You're minimizing yourself and shrinking as you're showing up in life when you really should be expanding and taking up space because you have so many great attributes that speak to how good and how great of a partner you'll be to any man who wants to be with you. That means that you are the prize. And the older and more experience you get with life, the deeper your ability to add to a man's life grows as well. So I want you to stop listening to anyone or anything that's telling you that you're about to age out. I want you to let go of the idea that there's some window of opportunity that's closing for you as you get older. And I want you to embrace that you are pure magic, that you are pure love, and you get to share your magic and your love with the right man who deserves that. So instead of centering men and men's wants in your dating prospects and in your dating strategy, I want you to begin to center yourself. Dive deeper into the things that fill you up, that light you up, that bring you joy and bring you pleasure, and that make you pleasurable to be around. That is going to magnetize you. And so recognizing that you are an asset, recognizing that the more information you gather, the more skills you attain, the more aware of yourself you become, you are becoming more desirable and more aligned with the partner that is perfect for you.
Many women, aging equals freedom because it comes with understanding, it comes with depth, it comes with experience. With aging, you get to understand who you are up to a great extent. You get to understand what you want. You get to understand the energy you don't want to vibe with. You get to understand the kind of people you don't want to roll with. You get to understand the people you need to avoid. You get to understand what you truly want from a man, what you need from a man. You get to understand what to look out for in a man. You get to understand the kind of relationship that will suit you as a person. With age, you build confidence. You move away from looking for who is going to validate you. You move away from looking for a man to tell you you're beautiful because you already know who you are. With aging, you center yourself more. You focus on your happiness. You treat yourself better. You self-love yourself, if that makes sense. You love yourself more. It's all about you. And you become more of a powerhouse, more of an asset. And when you decide to date a man or marry a man, it's not about you having that mentality that the man is doing you a favor, but it's more of you getting into that relationship with the mindset of negotiation. And I tell you, this shift makes some men uncomfortable, especially those men that love it when women are needy and women run to them for validation. This discomfort often comes with criticism. You hear such men say you're too old, you're getting expired, you're washing out, your options are gone, you missed your chance. In all, what those men are saying, what such men are saying is that I can't control you, I've lost control over you. And this explains why they go for younger women, because men and control are like 5 and 6. It's all about control for them. Most high net worth men actually marry women in their 30s. They don't go for teens, they don't go for women in their 20s, because when you are building legacy, you want someone with depth, wisdom, and emotional grounding. You need someone that knows life, someone that has life experience, someone that knows what is going on. You don't need someone that you start fathering. You don't need someone that you start telling everything. No, that is definitely going to be a drawback, a setback. So what they do, they go for women in their 30s and 40s. Age doesn't reduce a woman's value. It reveals it to the right people that know what they're looking for and that will appreciate older women. In a world where many women now have financial freedom, we have emotional clarity and no time for nonsense, the narrative of losing option is not just outdated, it is strategically misleading. So don't let any man dampen your spirit with such statement. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you'd love to watch more videos like this, click this video to watch a beta baby daddy destroy his girlfriend's certificate because they broke up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.